Hey family, Jeshurun, the Promised Land Consultant signing in, and you know I'm dedicated to serving you from sun up to sun down. Dedicated, my friends, to seeing you planted, growing, and manifesting in your Promised Land. And today's conversation is about a topic that's near and dear to me because it hit me in my youth, and I believe that it took something away from me on my journey. The journey that I'm still on, but the journey that I'm gonna make it to. So let's dig in, my friends. As a youth growing up, all the way until my, I would say probably early 30s, 31, 32, there was an energy vampire that had sunk its teeth into my destiny, into my life, into how I operated from day to day. Whenever I had something that was big to do, or I was nervous, or there was something that I really didn't need to get it done, this particular energy vampire would show up a couple of days before, sap me of my energy, drain me of my energy, take away my creative juices that I needed for that moment. It never failed. And whenever I was able to, for months or years, stay away from this particular monster and this energy drainer, my life force, my energy, the way I operated, how I connected with people was always on a different level. It was like I was elevated. But no matter how long I went without it throughout my youth, all the way towards into my 30s, it found its way back into my life. It found a way to latch onto me and just suck it out of me. I can remember I was in college, and it was about a day or two before one big game. And here came this energy vampire, latched hold of me, drained me of my energy 2-3 times before a big game had happened. And my performance was terrible, to tell you the least. Well, it took me some years to figure out what the issue was, why I had this up, down in my performance, and why I was always on an emotional roller coaster, so to speak. This energy vampire I'm not happy to tell you about, but it was a lust of the eyes that I dealt with for so long. I dealt with an issue of pornography, and it drained me of my energy often. I could still perform at a high level, but if I wouldn't have let it drain me, I would have been able to perform at a higher level, to go harder and to fight harder and to do things that I wouldn't have been able to done if I hadn't given away my energy to that particular monster. When I think back at this was something that took away from my journey as I was trying to move towards my Promised Land. And with the lessons that I learned, I decided that this is a conversation that I want to have with anybody who's looking to go to the Promised Land, because I know this is something that will take away from your journey and that is most definitely holding you back. It's sucking the blood out of you. It's sucking the blood out of your day. It's sucking the creativeness out of you when you give it your time and attention. And I want to see all of you get to your hopes, your dreams, and your aspirations that are patiently waiting for you in your Promised Land, my friends. So we have to have this conversation, and we are going to have this conversation often on this channel about why you should be breaking the bonds of pornography in your life, about why you shouldn't be giving your time and attention to this vampire, and why this vampire wants to latch on to you. I know some of you are skeptical at the moment, saying this isn't hurting my performance. This has no bearing on me. But if you'll stick with me, in the coming videos, I'm going to show how it takes away from you, how it lowers your vibrations, and how it's a disruption in your day. You have to get free. You have to get out of the chains of giving your attention and your force to pornography. It's not what your creativity was made for, my friends. But what I am going to show you is the stronghold that pornography has in our society, and the stronghold that it has on various people right here in this country. We have to open our eyes to it. So on the screen, I'm going to pop it up so you can see it. And one of the first stats that I'm going to go over is, according to the data from the SEM Rush Traffic Analytic Tool, porn sites received more website traffic in 2020 than Twitter, Instagram, Netflix, Zoom, Pinterest, LinkedIn combined. That's combined. That's astounding that we are giving this much attention to this vampire to suck us dry. It doesn't give us anything back in return. It just saps us of our energy. If you want to make it to your promised land and possess that promised land continuously for decades, for however long it may be that you want to operate in that place, you have to get free from it. That time and attention can be spent in more valuable ways than watching that. You are going to break free. We're already going to put it out there. You're going to break those chains if you're watching this and it's a part of you. The next stat that I'm going to throw up for you to look at is, between 2005 and 2009, child porn was hosted on servers located in all 50 states. This stat was pulled by the Association of Sites Advocating Child Protection. Think how deep that is. Think what that does to the mentality and the subconscious and conscious of individuals that put this information out there, but also individuals that watch this information. We are losing people to this vampire. Next stat on here. Porn is global. It's estimated at $97 billion industry. What are we giving our money to? What are we giving our time and attention to? Right? Porn is global. It's estimated $97 billion industry, with about 12 billion of that coming from the US alone. You can be investing that money into something else, whatever you spend on it. Right? Not only are you giving it your precious time, not only are you giving it your precious brain space for free, but you're also giving it your money. There is no way we're breaking this. You're going to break this. The next one, in 2019 alone, the equivalent of nearly 6,650 centuries of porn was consumed on one of the world's largest porn sites. Need I say more for how much time we are giving to this? We could be investing our time, funneling our time, and moving our time into areas that are going to benefit the overall vibrations of humanity. You could be investing your time into uplifting others. You could be investing your time into other areas, but instead, we're seeking after fleeting gratifications that don't last for more than a few seconds, for more than a few minutes, for more than a few hours at best. And then the repercussions that it has on our mind and body keeps on going. My friends, my family that are out there that have issues with this video is just to open up the discussion. I'm going to go deeper in the coming videos. I'm just somebody who went through it and got out of it, and I don't want you to go through what I had to go through and see your performance diminished because of this vampire, because of this leech that's latched on to you. For those of you that are free, what I have found when I broke the bonds, when I took the yoke off my neck and broke the chains, is that it's an everlasting battle. Every day you got to get up and put on your helmet, put on your cleats, put on your breastplate, strap up your sword, and fight the enemy every day. Fight the enemy every day, because it's looking to put you back in chains. Every day you have to fight this enemy again and again and again and again, because it wants to take hold of your mind, which is the most precious real estate in this world. So every day you have to be ready for the fight, to see it coming, to know how it's coming at you, my friends. But we're going to be ready for this fight. We're going to overcome the enemy, all of us together, and it simply starts with a discussion, with us talking to each other and one another about what the issue is. My friends, you know who I am, Jeshurun, the Promised Land Consultant, dedicated to serving you from sun up to sun down. Dedicated, my friends, to seeing you planted, growing, and manifesting in your promised land. Before you go, I want to be your life consultant. I want to help you on the journey towards your promised land. That's why I call myself the Promised Land Consultant. If you find my messages helpful, then please smash the like button and smash the subscribe button so you can keep getting my information every time I release it. I want to help you. My promised land is seeing you get to your promised land. Together, we'll make it to the promised land, my friends. I hope all of you have a blessed one, and I'll see you in the next one.